Welcome to Unstoppable Stories That Move. I'm your host, Sally Head Dahlquist. I've traveled all over the world to run marathons and am fascinated by the ordinary people who do extraordinary things. They just won't quit. No matter what life throws at them, they keep going. Mile after mile, challenge after challenge, they find a way to push beyond their limits. So listen as these seemingly normal people share their stories of resilience from the race course and beyond, and inspire us to keep moving forward too. Let's get to it. Hi, everyone. I'm Sally Head Dahlquist, zooming in today from Afton, Minnesota. So thanks for tuning in today. It's winter here in Minnesota. It's winter in January, often a time of resolutions when many people strive to get in shape and make healthier choices with food and fitness, and to lose weight, including myself. I always need to lose that extra 5 or 10 pounds. But some people have other motivations to get them off the couch. And today I'm here with the unstoppable Sian Comerford. Sian lost an amazing 200 pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds. And she is now studying to become a personal fitness trainer. But Sian's resolution to get in shape was not simply a New Year's resolution. There was a lot more to that. She really needed to turn her life around. Many years ago, she had turned to food for solace and comfort after losing her husband in a car accident. She has been actively training for over 10 years and is now a 41-year-old married mother of 5. And in her everyday life, her normal life, she owns a small business. She's a baker who makes cookies. And she's also unstoppable.
Hi, Sally. Thanks for having me. As she said, my name is Sian, and I'm excited to be here today.
Where are you, Sian? Where are you today? What are you doing?
I'm currently located in Indiana. It is also a balmy, 40-something degrees. So we're actually having a heat wave today. It's been freezing cold, but it's nice and sunny out from what I can see in my office.
Oh, wow. So tell me about your stats with your weight loss. How many pounds did you lose?
So as you'd mentioned, beginning of about 5 years ago, I weighed pretty close to 400 pounds. We're not sure on the exact number because I refused to step on a scale. When I started with my weight loss doctor, I weighed in somewhere around 375 was the exact number. As of this morning, I stepped on the scale and weighed in at 167.
Yay! That
yes, ma'am.
Is incredible. So how long did it take you to get down to 167 or lose that 200 where a more manageable range?
So it has taken me 5 years, a total of 5 years. Back when COVID happened, I made the choice that I was going to take my life back and was going to do something about my weight. And I decided to have gastric sleeve surgery. And it was life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And it has taken me 5 years. I'm not going to say it was any of the 5 of the easiest years by any means.
Yeah.
Due to lots of other complications and things, but it has taken me 5 years to get where I am.
Wow. That's amazing. So with the gastric sleeve surgery, tell us how that works and how that's different from a gastric bypass.
Yes. So there's 2 different surgeries. The bypass is where they will actually fully reroute your stomach and make you a whole new pouch. Basically, things just get rerouted around. With the sleeve, they take your stomach and they reduce down your stomach so it actually looks just like a sleeve instead of it being a pouch where food can stop and hang. I don't have food that sits into my pouch nearly as long anymore. So my food kind of slides in, slides out, basically. So I don't absorb nutrients and food and calories like everybody else does.
Okay. And is that removable?
No.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of the shows, like My 600-Pound Life. And a lot of the people there, they said, actually gained back a lot of the weight. It's impressive that you have maintained this for so long and been able to get stronger. You've learned new eating habits. Tell us about that.
Actually, so I won't lie and say that it wasn't an easy descent down. There has definitely been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. I did have a little weight regain. I'm not going to say that I've had anywhere near what a lot of other people I've seen in the support groups have had. I would definitely say I'm one of the lucky ones who have made it out of the 5 year. Normally by 5 years, you've done the regain. If you're
Okay.
going to, you'll do it by then. A lot of it has just been really trying to pay attention to how much I eat of what, focusing on that everything that I put into my body needs to have protein in first. Protein,
Okay.
protein, protein. Protein is life for me,
Hmm.
and drinking lots of fluids. But I'm also under the firm belief of, because I like to exercise hard and I play hard, that I deserve treats and rewards for that. So I don't deny
Yeah.
myself those extra indulgences at night and things like that. But I try to just make sure that I pay very close attention and keep a well balanced diet.
Right. And especially as a baker, I mean, your small business is to make cookies.
Yes, ma'am.
I know I have a sweet tooth. I have a hard time if I'm around it. I tend to eat it. But I've never been a professional cook or baker. How do you manage that? What's your treats like for that?
So actually, I get asked that question all the time, Sally, because I sell at a local farmers market in the town next to us.
Okay.
And I get asked by so many people. And honestly, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I do train every single
Hmm.
day. I do allow myself breaks, obviously, because there is that, we need to recoup and rest. But I don't overindulge. I'm a firm believer of eat the cookie. If you want the cookie, eat the
Oh,
cookie. Because if not, you're going to go through the entire kitchen trying to eat the cookie, and then you're going to eat the cookie and then probably every other cookie in the box.
yeah.
So I eat the cookie.
Yeah. Eat the cookie. I love it. I was in the grocery store one time and I was craving this cookie. You know, these Salerno mint cream cookies. I love these things. And you really can't find them anymore. I don't know if they went bankrupt or what. But I was debating between the cookie I actually wanted and the one that was 50 cents cheaper. And at this point in my life, I was completely broke and totally in debt. And my boyfriend's like, just splurge on the 50 cents. Just get what you want. Because ultimately, you're still going to be frustrated if you didn't actually get the one you wanted. And I think that was the last time I had them. So I'm glad I paid the extra 50 cents.
And it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it, because there are a lot of days at the end of the day where I'm like, you know what? All I want is I want that cookie. And
Mhm.
I'm not going to deny myself the ability, because if I deny the ability to have the cookie, then I'm going to eat the entire package of cookies.
Have you tried to come up with any other high protein recipes or anything? Do you think a little more diet friendly?
Actually, that we are working on that currently. I've had a lot of requests from the people that I work with at the gym and stuff like that, that they would like to have protein cookies. So we're currently working on a line of them, because I get enough
Mhm.
requests from other people that I exercise with every day that would like to try them, because they love what I make as is. So they want me to develop
Mhm.
a line of protein cookies too. So it's in the works.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be happy to be one of your taste testers.
I will keep you on the list. I've got a couple of people who definitely like to sign up for that too.
Yeah, my sister is really into some of the baking contests. And in fact, she came in fifth place at the Pillsbury Bake Off one time, and
That's awesome.
she was on the Food Network for her reindeer ravioli cookies for Christmas one year.
Oh, that's great. We love watching the Food Network. That's one of my husband and I's favorite things, is, well, not the Food Network, but we like watching the shows now. They're all on Hulu. And we watch all of the cookie shows, the baking shows, the cook-offs. That's our indulgence.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, and it's work, you know. You
Oh, it is. I absolutely will tell anybody, this is not an easy job by any means, especially the week of markets. It is,
Mhm.
we call them market week. Everybody here in my house knows that is, that's all hands on deck week, because we make between 6 and 8 flavors of cookies. My cookies are deep dish, so they're big, and they're kind of gourmet and extra. They get decorated, and I make cake pops and a bunch of other things. So like, it's a big production before we go to market on Saturday.
Oh, that sounds fun. Everybody helps out.
Absolutely. It's a family event.
You mentioned that if people tend to gain weight, they've probably done it before the 5 years. You talked about your support group. In addition to the weight loss doctor, what other kinds of support are you getting, either from mental health or nutritionists or dietitians or anything?
So actually, I see a handful of providers for this. like I said, my surgery was 5 years ago, and I am actually besties now with my weight loss doctor. Her name is Kelly. She's the biggest cheerleader I have had in this entire 5 years.
Hmm.
She has cheered me on through absolutely every thick, thin hill, mountain I have climbed with this. She has been there for me.
Hmm.
Along with Kelly comes a nutritionist, and I see Kelly and my nutritionist every 3 months. And that's by choice. I don't have to see them more than that, but because I train as hard as I do and the other medical issues that I've had in the past, I choose to see them as often as I do, just to make sure that everything stays where it's supposed to. So we don't accidentally have any type of malnourishment or my numbers fall to places that they shouldn't be. Along with that, after I had my surgery, I didn't realize the type of mental anguish. I don't even know if it's mental anguish that would go with the mental breakdown that comes from realizing your addiction to food
Oh, okay.
and the addiction to all the things that go on. And I sought out my own professional treatment and started seeing a therapist because, well, eating is an addiction. Food is an addiction for a lot of people. When we're happy, we celebrate with food. When we're sad, we dive into food. When we're bored, we eat food. Food is what we all turn to when we're anything. It's just what we do. So I had to learn a new way to start thinking about food, and that food wasn't the go to for absolutely everything. So I started seeing a therapist as well. And oh, it made the world of difference because it was somebody to help me rewire the internal portion of my brain because the surgery, yes, is a tool for my body and it helped to fix the ability to not eat so much. But my brain can still eat a full plate of food. My brain
Yeah.
still wants to eat a big full serving and everything else. And it
Hmm.
was how to negotiate between my brain and my belly.
Yeah. I love that. Your brain and your belly. What do you use now for comfort? Like or rewards. You had to replace instead of using food for comfort. What do you do now?
I give myself other rewards in other ways. So if let's say I meet a goal, like right now, a lot of people are on the new me, new you. Hey, and I am all for that. I don't have to do a new me, new you this year because I love where I am. I don't need to reinvent myself this year. I'm
Hmm.
great.
Oh, yay!
Right. I don't know how many people can say that. I'm really
Yeah.
happy with where I am this year as opposed to where I was last year. So with that, I had to think of other ways to make myself happy. How do I reward those things when I can't eat the things?
Hmm.
I reward myself with I get a new workout top or I get new things for the gym or I get to treat myself out to something special
Hmm.
outside where something that I wouldn't normally do for myself. Maybe if I hit the my lifting goal for the month or I showed up every single day this week that I or every single day this month that I really wanted to,
Hmm.
I get myself a massage at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
So you have to think outside of the box. Last year when we were trying to encourage my weight loss of how do I lose weight but not reward myself with food, I bought myself a Ninja Creamy because I had to think of ways to eat ice cream.
Oh, and you call it a Ninja Creamy?
It's a Ninja Creamy. Ninja, the brand,
Yep.
makes an ice cream machine
Oh.
and it spins it, makes it into a blizzard, and you can make protein ice cream.
Oh, okay.
So I had to think of ways to be able to eat food, get the reward, but not get all the indulgence that I couldn't have.
Oh, okay. So just a little tip here. What is the kind of proteins that you like to eat right now? Are you using a protein powder for that?
No, well, kind of. I use Fairlife chocolate protein shakes.
Okay.
With a gastric sleeve surgery, I some things sit correctly, some things don't in my stomach. I can't tolerate any other protein shakes. I
Okay.
can only have the Fairlife ones. Now, that's not
Okay.
to say for every person, that's just me.
Yeah.
I use that, and then I use the Vital Proteins.
Yep.
It's with the collagen peptides. And I use a scoop of PB Fit in there.
Yeah, I like PB Fit too.
It's my favorite. And you can actually blend all of that together and throw that into the freezer in the special container and then throw it into the Ninja Creamy and it makes ice cream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a great reward. It was really something nice. So I've learned new ways of rewarding myself instead of doing food. You have to change once again, you have to change your mindset. You have to learn new ways to think about how do we live life without it being a focus of food being the world.
Hmm. Yeah, I look at all the different proteins and collagens and supplements and things at the store because I was able to lose 10 pounds a couple of years ago, also focusing on the protein. And I made sure I had at least 10 grams of protein for every 100 calories I was eating, and do that at least 5 times a day. So those smaller meals. And one thing I really liked was this IsoPure protein. It's a whey based protein, WHEY. So it's a dairy based. And I'll add lemon juice to that and just stir it up, and it's delicious. And if I'm going out for a run or something, I need some electrolytes, then I'll add a little packet of Propel lemon electrolyte mix. And so it ends up being about 150 calories, high electrolytes, just enough to go for a short run or a short workout, about 150 calories, but not enough to be an excessive amount of calories, just to kind of maintain enough energy for the workout.
Yeah, that's the great thing about those is I've had that one before too. I do like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more I just need something that's a quick, easy, ready to go. And the Fairlife is that was the best choice for my busy lifestyle. But I've used that IsoPure. It really does. It's a good one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other thing you said is you decided to get this gastric bypass. You knew you needed to make a change. You mentioned you went cold turkey.
Oh yeah, I cut out all my pop. I quit smoking. I quit drinking. I literally cut out everything out of my diet. Pop-Tarts.
Wow. You were smoking too?
Yes, ma'am. I was a pack-a-day smoker.
were you riding motorcycles?
No, close though. Close.
So you cut out smoking and Pop-Tarts. Oh, and
Wild cherry Pepsi was coursing through my veins.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Do you have any of those as your little treats here and there?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked in over 5 years. I don't drink any sort of pop whatsoever. I do not eat Pop-Tarts because I know what will happen. And I have a drink maybe once a month when we go out to dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For 10 years, I didn't drink any pop, but then I started drinking it again. And I just kind of go in cycles, having to get myself back on track.
Yeah.
Wow. Quitting smoking too. That's another challenge all at the same time. Did you use the patch or how did you manage that?
No, honestly, that really was a cold turkey thing as well. When I made the decision that I wanted to have this surgery done, that I wanted to try for this, the doctors said, well, here's the things that you have to do in order to qualify. Okay. And you had to be able to pass a drug screen that they tested for nicotine as well. So you had to be completely nicotine, alcohol, drug free.
Okay. My
doctor wanted to see weight loss. And so I said, okay, let's do this. And I quit everything.
Wow. So that was the day. So you have an anniversary. Do you have an anniversary date?
My anniversary date of my surgery is July 27th. That's the day that I go by. I started officially all of this the August before that.
Okay. So you were preparing for almost a year beforehand.
Yeah, it was only supposed to be a 6-month preparation, but because COVID hit right in the middle of my preparation, I actually got extended farther because the hospitals all got shut down quite a few times.
Yeah.
And I was pushed because, of course, I'm an elective surgery. So I kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. So what should have been a surgery in like March, April, May, something like that, ended up getting pushed until the end of July, almost August.
So do you think maybe that helped set you up for success because you had already learned and were practicing better eating and healthier habits before the surgery?
Absolutely. I think it really did because it gave me the ability to practice everything that I was going to have to do. And the
Yeah.
doctors, really. So I went in the very first month into this going, you know what? I can still eat what I want. I can still drink what I want. I'm going to keep doing
Yeah.
everything that I want to keep doing because they're going to give me this surgery.
Yeah.
And I went in and I didn't lose a single bit of weight. I didn't, nothing budged, nothing like that. And my doctor, Kelly, was like, Sean, that's not quite how this works. And it was like, well, okay. And she's like, I'm gonna need you to make some changes. And it's like, okay, I'll do this. And then I did it and I kept going and kept going. And
Hmm.
I lost probably 40 pounds before I actually had surgery.
Hmm.
Because I mean, obviously I started exercising a little bit. I stopped, you stop consuming pop, you stop consuming Pop Tarts and
Yeah.
it'll change your body. It'll change you'll be amazed at how much you'll drop.
Yes, just by eliminating a lot of those empty calories. And it doesn't take a lot of empty calories a day to gain weight. I mean, like 100 calories a day, even if it's from an orange or an apple, you will gain 10 pounds a year. And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, you're 50 pounds overweight.
Exactly.
So you don't have to be sitting around eating bonbons all the time or
Nope.
Pop Tarts and wild cherry Pepsi for it to add up.
Exactly.
So you mentioned you started weightlifting, and now today you are a bodybuilder or power lifter. What do you consider yourself?
I'd consider myself kind of getting into powerlifting. I started just about a year ago. I was one of those new year, new me, everything
Hmm.
last year. I came off of having a foot surgery where I was down basically bed rest for 2 years.
Okay.
That took me out, and I decided that I was going to get back into life and get back into the gym. And I hired a personal trainer because, well, 2 years of sitting on your butt kind of needs somebody to help you get back into the swing of things.
Yep.
And I met my personal trainer, Sam, and
Hmm.
Sam is my best friend. That
Hmm.
guy is 25 years old and he's like having another kid. He really is, but I love him. I really do. And
Yep.
Sam is strong and Sam can lift. He is definitely the epitome of a bodybuilder and he loves to teach me how to lift. And he's the whole reason I am into the body lifting body style I am now. He has
Mm.
encouraged me over this past year to keep lifting better and harder and learning more. And he's the whole reason that I'm going to school now is I've
Oh,
seen what Sam can do and how he inspired others. He inspired me to get into lifting weights and that women don't need to just be pretty bunnies who run on the treadmill and climb stairs and stuff like that. We can be strong. We can lift weights.
hmm.
My cousin actually said one of the best lines last year, and it was kind of one of the best things where she said, we're not trying to be skinny anymore. She's like, we're out here trying to look good. We're trying to be buff. And I was like, yeah, we are. We're trying to be buff. I want to be buff. Like I want to have muscles and curves
Yep.
because yeah, we're the society, the way we look at women anymore isn't out here trying to be skinny. I want to be curvy and buff and I want to
Hmm.
have muscles too. And so now I lift weights every single day and it is the greatest thing ever. I don't know how I survived with before that.
Hmm. It's amazing that when you have this role model, I know it was my weightlifting instructor too that really inspired me to get in shape, which eventually led me into running. And now I've run 175 marathons. But I've kind of gotten away from the weightlifting. I mixed up. I do a lot of other cross training, like skiing and biking and swimming. But that need to be strong, you found this reason outside of yourself. It isn't to impress other people or to make other people think that you're not changing your looks to impress other people. You're doing it for yourself. You want to look strong and look healthy and be in shape.
Exactly. I it's a whole new goal now. I want to be able to lift heavy things. I want to not necessarily do I want to impress anybody, but I want to I want to impress my 9-year-old daughter. I want to
Oh.
impress her whenever I come home from the gym and she'll be like, all right, mom, show me your muscles. And so of course I'll have to rip out my muscles and I'll flex my arm for her and she'll pull
Mhm.
hers out and she flexes for mommy and she thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. So I'm not out trying to impress anybody else but her.
Does she remember you when you were still kind of on the
No.
couch?
Nope. She has no memory of the fact that mom used to be a big girl. My
Uh-huh.
boys do. I do have. So I married my most recent husband just a few
Mhm.
years ago. So I have two
Mm,
children from him, my 22 and 20-year-old. They've
mhm.
always known me as fit mom. They've never known me as big mom.
Okay.
My oldest sons, who are 17 and 14,
Mhm.
absolutely remember Big Mom. They look at pictures of me and they look at me now and they're like, yeah, I don't recognize that mom. But they do remember that I used to
Oh,
be. But they both are like, they're impressed as can be that I'm the size I am now and I can do all the things.
yeah. So that they've been there for you and they've seen this
Oh,
transformation.
yes, they are. My oldest son, Jude, has been my one of my biggest supporters. He is my right hand man until I married my husband. I don't know what I'd do without that kid.
And he's a 17-year-old?
He's my 17-year-old. Yeah. Not to say my 14-year-old hasn't done amazing things for me also, but Jude has come through time and time again. That's my man.
Oh, okay. And you said that their dad was a weightlifter as well.
Yes, actually. So he was a bodybuilder. He was Jude's stepdad. He was my
Okay.
middle son and my daughter's father.
Okay.
He was a bodybuilder and power lifter. He was a big guy. He was
Mhm.
6'4", close to 400 pounds.
Mhm.
And he is actually the whole reason I started working out many, many years ago, close to
Mhm.
15 at this point.
Okay. So for a while there, you had started working out. He inspired you to get healthier,
Yes.
but you weren't really actively going, you weren't really aggressively training. Is that correct?
It was just something for fun because he was going to the
Mhm.
gym. It was like, oh, okay, I'll go with you. I'll run on the treadmill or I'll do some things. I didn't take it
Mhm.
seriously, not like I do now.
Yeah. But for him, it was a lifestyle.
Oh, absolutely. It was his lifestyle. It was the controlled diet. It was a couple hours in the gym every single day. It was all the special gear and everything else. And now I've turned into him.
So you did have an introduction to this lifestyle. You saw how it worked and you saw how it helped him.
Yes, absolutely did.
Now you're him. That's awesome.
Yeah, now I carry around the big heavy weightlifting belt and I will, watch what I eat and I protein is life and yeah, I feel like I've become him at some points.
Do your kids go to the gym with you?
So my oldest son did for a little while, but he now has a job, so it's a little bit harder for him.
Oh, good for him.
I'm currently we'll be training my middle son because he is joining the high school football team this year. And he needs to bulk up because he wants to play on the, I think, defensive line. And so he will be. And my daughter is itching to go to the gym with me, but she's not quite old enough for our gym yet. They asked for them to be a little bit older. She's still underage.
Oh, you go to Anytime Fitness?
I do. I do. I use the Anytime Fitness right down the road from my house.
So you mentioned Sam, your bodybuilder trainer. Do you have any other gym buddies that you meet up with?
Oh, I do. So I refer to this nice man as my gym husband. And Sally, let me tell you about my gym husband. And my husband loves my gym husband, by the
Oh,
way.
great.
He thinks he's the greatest, coolest guy ever. My gym husband is 78 years old.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and he can outlift me some days. Don
Mhm.
is a lifter as well, and we train together often. We trained almost the entire summer together, and we're both clients of Sam.
Okay.
And Don is my best friend. He is
Oh,
he is so much fun.
oh. What is your everyday routine?
So my everyday routine, I get into the gym typically between 5 and 6 in the morning every day.
Mhm.
And I get in, we get warmed up. It's typically 10, 15 minutes on the treadmill. or on the Stairmaster, just something to get that heart moving, the body woke up and everything else.
Yep.
Once I'm moving, I'm warm, I jump off and I start going through my program. Sam has whatever program I'm on for that time being. He already has that prepared for me for the week, and he sends me my program. And I have a warm up. I have my main work, and then I will have a cool down, or we call it the metabolic finisher at the end, where it's just like a good, nice hit workout, get that heart good. And then I'll go do my cardio. Depending on what day it is, depends on which body part we're working on, and depends on which cardio I do. Yesterday was core, and I did an hour on the Stairmaster. I finished 190 floors.
Wow. So you said that you run a 5K, and then you did a Stairmaster challenge, that like 194 flights of stairs in 50 minutes, less than an hour.
So I'd seen, beginning of the summer, I'd seen other women on TikTok that were climbing the stairs for 45 minutes, and they were all advertising that they're like, look, it improved my legs and my butt, and look how good I look now and everything else. And I'm like, well, if you ladies can do it for 45 minutes, I can do that too, because a lot of my mindset has been, if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try. So I'm not going to say that I got on there and climbed 45 minutes the first day by any means. It did take me about 2 weeks to be able to work up to climb 45 minutes. And I climbed really slow at first because, well, I've got bad balance, and climbing the stairs for 45 minutes is hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But I kept going and just kept going. And then Sam and I decided that we were going to look up and see what the tallest building in the world was. And there is a building in Dubai. I cannot remember. I can't even say it. But it is a building in Dubai. It is actually 163 floors tall. Okay. And at that point, I hadn't climbed higher than I think 150. And so Sam and I had talked about this, and we prepped and prepped and prepped. And he was like, okay, on a Monday, we made all the arrangements, and he was like, man, I'm going to be here for this. I'm going to be here. So excited for you. I'm going to cheer you on and everything else. And when I crossed that finish line of climbing the stairs and I looked down, I'd actually completed 194 flights of stairs in 45 minutes with a 5-minute cool down. And Sam and I were mind blown. We couldn't believe that that's how far I made it. So
wow.
Yeah. So he surprised me with a t-shirt at the end of that with an outline drawing of the building that I had just climbed as my medal, my goal for I climbed the tallest building in the world in 45 minutes.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So I just looked it up quick. It's the Burj Khalifa.
Yep. See, I can't say that one. I mess it up every single time. So I just like to refer to it's the building in Dubai.
The building in Dubai. Yeah. It's 2,700 feet tall with 163 floors. That's for metric people. That's 828 meters. Wow. 2,700 feet.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I don't know how many flights.
And now I do that on just a regular basis. Like I said, that was just Sunday's climb for fun.
Just Sunday fun day. I'm going to do 194 flights of stairs.
Yep.
Just for, shits and giggles. It's all good.
I thought it sounded like a good time.
I love it. You are really extraordinary.
It is. It's become my life goal now at this point, is if I see somebody else can do it, I want to try. I just want to try, because I spent so long of my life sitting on the couch and doing nothing and watching everything else pass me by, that I was like, I've got to be able to learn how to do that. I got to be able to do that too.
Yeah. The FOMO. You got a serious case of FOMO.
Oh, that's legit. That's legit. And that's just in regular life as well. I really do. But yeah, in the gym, I see a lot of people do stuff, especially like the other guys that I work out with, because I lift with a bunch of the bodybuilders and the big, what I like to call the gym bros. Your big guys and stuff like that. Those are my friends. Those are my best friends who I like to talk to all the time. And
Uh-huh.
they'll do something and I'll be like, hey, show me what you're doing. I want to learn how to do that too.
I want to do that too.
And so I lift with the big guys.
Yeah. When I'm running, I don't run real fast, but I'm pretty consistent at about 5 miles an hour. And at the end of the race, I love passing big burly guys who maybe they slowed down a bit, but I can pass them at the end because I won't beat them at any other sport.
Oh,
But
yeah. I will never lift nearly as much as they will, but I love letting them teach me new things of how to do a different move in a different way and just
mhm.
learning something new. I'll never lift nearly as much as they do, but it's always impressive to watch them be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. When I go and lift weights too, I did have a lot of good training from my community ed instructor, Kathy, who, I think taught us really good form. And that was really critical for me getting the most out of my weightlifting was just taking it slow and having good form. And now,
Absolutely.
and now when I go in there, it's funny to watch, the other guys will pay attention because I like free weights better than the machines because I'm small. I'm only 5 feet tall. So the machines don't fit me very well. And they'll give me some advice, give me some encouragement because I don't look buff. I don't really look like I'm a runner. I mean, I'm in shape, but I'm not stick thin. And I just always smile and accept all of their advice and don't say
Oh, I
anything.
love getting advice from them. I love it because there are some variations that they'll teach me
Yep.
or they'll point out or something like that. And I absolutely understand. I'm only 5'3" also. So
Hmm.
there are some machines that they just don't fit my body because
Hmm.
I'm too short.
Hmm. So what's some good advice that you've gotten?
Some of the best advice that I've gotten from them is to start slow, start low. Make sure to, like you had said, good form. That was the biggest thing that Sam and I worked on for forever. Because when I started in with him, it was Sam, I need to learn how to function in life again. I want to
Hmm.
be able to carry groceries in. I want to be able to do certain things, and I need you to help me again. And so we
Yeah.
worked on very small movements. And once I mastered small movements, we moved into bigger movements and bigger movements and bigger movements.
Hmm. Yeah, because you said you had really went to him after your foot surgeries. How did you manage that rehab?
Sam was a big portion of that rehab. After I had come back from the surgeries and gotten released from my doctor, I had actual professional rehab where
Hmm.
I had the actual physical therapist work
Hmm.
with my foot. We did a lot of very small, once again, movements and things like that. And then once we felt like I was good to graduate, Sam took over and he did a lot more of those finite movements to help strengthen up my ankles, strengthen up my foot, and make it work better.
Hmm. So do you do much running? You said you do a lot of the Stairmaster, but how is running with your foot?
I do. I actually run 3 times a week as well.
Oh,
So I trade off and on. It depends on because I like to keep my body guessing. We're all confused in here. Um, so I like to make sure that I'm not trying to do the exact same thing every single day and every single week. So
yeah.
some weeks I might climb the stairs 3 or 4 times, and other weeks I might run 3 or 4 times. It just depends on what I feel like doing that day or that week. I do about 2 to 3 miles a day on the treadmill when I'm
Yeah.
actually run. I don't try to push it for much more than that because I am
Hmm.
still a runner. Been running for the past couple of months because,
Hmm.
well, it's a thing that I couldn't do up until a couple of months ago.
Yeah. And yeah, does it bother you at all now, or do you think you're?
It bothers my ankles still, but that was one of those things that after I came back to the gym in January, I really refused to let my foot bring me down and stop me anymore.
Hmm.
I needed my life back. After
Yeah.
2 years of bed rest of sitting in the same room, you kind of start to lose yourself and lose everything else. And
Hmm.
I refused to do it anymore. So I pushed past it. Now, that's not to say that I don't have my limitations still and some things that I just absolutely cannot do. I do still have pain, but it's one of those that I've learned to deal with the pain. I've learned to work through the pain, and I've just learned to push past the pain.
Wow. Yeah, learning to push past the pain, that's tough.
It is a hard process.
Do you think that will ever go away, or just something you're just going to keep managing?
From what the doctors say, it'll probably never go away. I've had to have two surgeries in the exact same location, and there's a ton of scar tissue buildup in that location now,
Yeah.
that they probably think will never get any better than what it is. I'm over a full year out of recovery from surgery, and it's not changed in any way, shape, or form since then. So I think where we're at is where we're at.
So did it help you, though, with the problem that you had before? Is it better?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I was completely flat-footed, and because of the flat feet, my feet were turning in severely.
Yes.
And which was causing my outside ankle to rub against each other.
Yep.
And so I was causing severe arthritis in my ankle, like where it would just light on fire. And I mean, it still sometimes does that, but it doesn't do it nearly as bad as it used to. We corrected the flat-footedness and stuff like that. So it is improved, but it is definitely not better.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were able to get some of that taken care of.
Yes, me too.
Because it's like you said, you want a lifetime of activity.
Yeah, I'm definitely somebody who needs to. I also have ADD, and my brain needs that desire to move now. And I just don't know how I wasn't able to do that back then.
Wow. Maybe let's go back a little bit. What really got you off the couch? I mean, you had started down this path where you were obviously sad and dealing with grief. And you said you were watching your kid in the parking lot and they almost got hit by a car. Can you tell that story?
Yeah, absolutely. So about 10 years ago, well, we're approaching 10 years in about 15 days. 10 years ago, we lost my husband.
Yeah.
My power lifter, my bodybuilder. He died in a horrible car accident. And I was left being a single mom by myself, raising 3 kids. My youngest, Arwen, my daughter, is autistic, and she's moderately on the spectrum. And she is a fight or flight. Well, she was. She still does it sometimes, but she was when she was about 2. She was a fight or flight child, meaning that if she got scared or thought she was in trouble or something like that, her response was either to throw a fit and fight you or to fly, meaning she would drop and run as fast as she possibly can. I don't know if you know anything about 2-year-olds, but those little rats are fast.
Yeah.
And my boys were my runners. They were my chasers. I'd look at my boys. I'd be like, boys, go get your sister.
Yep.
And they'd take off because, of course, little boys do that. They're really good. And they would chase her out. Well, she got away from us one day and she made it out to a parking lot. And she was inches away from getting hit by a car. And that was that, as lots of people say, that was that rock bottom moment. That was that rock bottom moment where I had to have a come to Jesus talk with myself, as my mom would like to say. And I had to decide that something needed to be done. I couldn't rely on the boys to be my chasers all the time, because what happened if they weren't there? What happened if they couldn't catch her? I'm it. I'm responsible for that child. And I'm not doing my parent duty if I'm not getting my butt up off this couch and being the healthiest person I can to make sure my daughter is the safest person she can be.
Yeah.
So I did. And that started everything. I found a doctor not long after that, and that started the whole process.
Yeah. So again, it goes back to some kind of motivation that's bigger than yourself. Like you got in shape to take care of your kids so you could be a better mom.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Good for you.
Thank you. It became my life goal at that point. Was they already lost their dad, and I couldn't allow them to not have their mom in their life also. And I wasn't going to let it be because my weight or my health took me out.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to do that. Well, I'm glad you were able to overcome that and find the help you needed. What advice would you give to anybody who is in a similar situation to you were? What do you think would help them?
One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. every day I talk to people at the gym, and I've got people who come up to me because they see me in there. I'm in there for 2 or 3 hours every single day. I'm in there
Hmm.
sweating to death, killing myself.
Yeah.
I am in there every single day. And I have people who ask me, and they're like, what's your advice? How do you do this? What's your motivation? What do you do? And I'm like, you guys, it is one foot in front of the other. Every single day I get up and I'm like, just put one foot in front of the other. Because if you
Yep.
keep doing that, you're going to make it somewhere. Because if you
Yes.
keep one foot, you're going to keep moving. And then they're like, well, how did you get to where you are? And it's like, guys, I didn't start where I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
I did not start here. I didn't wake up one day and be like, hey, I think I'll climb 190 floors for fun.
Hmm.
I've had to work at this. And I don't know. Do you know who Eddie Hall is?
No, I don't.
So Eddie Hall is one of the world's famous lifters. He's one of the world's strongest men.
Okay.
He's gigantic, and he can lift so much weight,
Hmm.
and like thousands of pounds. And
Wow.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, do you think Eddie Hall started out lifting thousands of pounds? No, he started out lifting 50-pound dumbbells like the rest of us. He
Yeah.
started small, and you have to crawl to walk, you have to walk to run.
Crawl, walk to run. That's a great analogy.
But it's the best way. And because I've got a bunch of sweet little old ladies that I talk to at the gym every single day, because I'm a
Hmm.
little social butterfly while I'm in there.
Yeah.
And because I love to encourage people, because
Hmm.
there never used to be enough people to encourage everybody else. So I'd like to make sure that everybody gets some piece of encouragement somewhere, somehow. And I get a lot of them, they ask me that question too. And I'm like, ladies, just remember, one foot in front of the other every single day. We're going to
Yep.
make this one foot in front of the other.
Yep. I like seeing the older ladies in the gym as well. They're in the aerobics class. I go to the swim aqua aerobics class, and I'm the youngest one in there, and I'm in my 50s.
Nice. That was my favorite when I used to go to the YMCA. I was definitely the youngest in the certain classes by a lot.
Yep. And they're all little chatty Cathys, and I've gotten to know them a little bit better. And it's just kind of fun to go in there now and have a little social hour. But they're in there because they want to be healthier. They want to stay healthier. They want to maintain what they have and just not lose it.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. I've got a couple of there's one lady who she just wants to do it because she's staying healthy for her grandkids.
Yep. Again, that outside motivation. You want to be there for someone else. That's amazing how people take care of each other.
Yeah, sometimes a great driving factor.
Yeah. I find that a positive bit of humanity, that you're always looking out for someone else. Like even these guys giving me advice at the gym. I don't ever sass back or say like, oh, I know how to do this, because I know they're just trying to be encouraging and helpful, and I let them. Like,
Absolutely. I just had somebody yesterday while I was working, I was helping somebody else, that he was like, hey, did you think about maybe trying it this way? And I was
mm-hmm,
like, no, I didn't think about that. Show me what you're doing.
mm-hmm,
And because I am always open for any piece of advice, whatever you've got, show me it, because maybe you do
yeah.
something that I didn't think of that might help me teach somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So tell me about your training. What is the program you've had to go through? You're going to get certified as a personal trainer soon.
I am. Well, like I said before, because of Sam, I had
Mm-hmm,
decided that I wanted to do the same thing. I really wanted to be able to use my story and the things that I've gone through to be able to help people try to find they're healthy and they're happy. So
mm-hmm.
I started in August, and went back to school. I'm going through NASM. It's an online certification for personal training.
Okay.
I should graduate. It's self-paced. So
Okay.
I get to work on it whenever I want. And being a mom and running a business as well as training and life, I don't get to work on it as much as I want to, but I do work on it as often as I can. So I should
Mm-hmm.
graduate hopefully within the next month or two. And my goal is to get a job at the gym that I currently work at, because
Oh,
I love being there, and I love my gym family so much
yeah.
that they've helped provide to me such a life that I want to help to provide to them.
So you really found a community at the gym you go
Oh,
to.
we're a family. We're more than a community. We're a family. We are absolutely a family. My trainer, like I said, is my buddy. My gym husband is there. I'm great friends with the manager, the other like we know each other. We all look out for each other. It's a family.
It's like you all share the same passion for
We
being
do.
healthy and being strong.
Yeah. And it's a great encouragement because we all do like to encourage each other. And all of us come from so many different walks. Not everybody is, not like, me and Sam and Don, who we all lift on a regular basis. And we all consider ourselves to be very active, healthy lifters. We've got people who are in there who they are out of shape and overweight. And they come in and they're still trying every single day. And I love seeing them in there because it's like, I love just seeing you trying to do something. Even if you're not doing a lot, you're still moving. Once again, that one foot in front of the other.
Yes, something is better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think everybody has this grit inside of you that you don't really know you have until you need it. And getting yourself to the gym and just starting, getting over that inertia just takes a lot. And then finding someone like you to give them a little bit of encouragement or advice, showing them the proper form to make it fun and find that community is what keeps you going back.
Absolutely. I told one of the trainers that I would really like to, when I get mine, that not necessarily I'm going to completely always use it for training. I would like to also use it I want to become your gym buddy. Do you just want somebody to go to the gym with, that you want somebody to exercise with because, well, the machinery intimidates you, the free weights look scary, the gym bros look intimidating?
Yeah.
I got you. I'll go with you. I will be right there next to you. We're going to learn that machine together. We're going to go and walk up to the gym bros and we're going to intimidate them because I know what it was like. I remember walking into my very first gym still weighing 375 pounds and being scared to death, absolutely scared to death. And I remember the very first gym bro I ever met there was this 6'5". Oh God, the boy he looked like he had to be 375 and he was nothing but muscle. He couldn't put his arms down to save his life. And he was the sweetest guy I had ever met. And he taught me how to use so many pieces of machinery there and was so nice. And he's the one who completely changed my entire belief on what gym bros are.
Oh, great. So you got to know them as people and what the rest of their lives are like.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And to realize that they're not scary guys. They are not, they look intimidating. Let's be real. But they're not scary guys. They're everyday people. A couple of what I call the gym bros at my gym, one of them is a police officer. He works in the county next to us. Very nice man. Another one, he works at a warehouse and he's got an autistic son that we talk about. Like these people are they're everyday guys, just like you and me, running everyday normal lives. They just happen to have developed really big muscles.
Yep. That's what it's about. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Absolutely.
It fascinates me how people are motivated and why they stay motivated and what their passion is. I really appreciate you, Sian, taking the time to chat with me today and share some of your tips and tricks and
absolutely
things that helped you along.
It's just the firm belief that after sitting on the couch for so long and being so depressed and so miserable for so many years and hating myself, my body, my life, my everything else, that I watch all of these other people who they love themselves and they love their life and they love the things that they can do. And I'm like, you know what? I can do that too. I've got to be able to do that too. So I've learned to love myself and I've learned to love my life and I've learned to love the things that I do and to be happy with myself. And I am happy with my accomplishments. I'm ecstatic with my accomplishments. No one can take that away from me. No one can take those 190 floors away from me. No one can take my weightlifting away from me. One of my other biggest accomplishments over the summer while training with Sam was we did Sam on a shelf on the leg press where I had like 200 and something pounds on there. And then we put Sam on there and I leg pressed it for about 5 or 6 reps. And that's massive for me. I moved two people basically in weight on my legs. And I moved more than my own old body weight. That was what I weighed. That was
Wow.
crazy. And no one can take that away from me. It was one of those, I can do that. If you can do that, I can do that.
If you can do it, I can do it. And no one can take that away from me. And now you went from hating your life to loving it.
Yep. And it took a lot of work in learning to love myself, just having to learn to love me. And if I
Mhm.
didn't love it, I had to do the work to change it.
Wow. So on the flip side, people can imagine, all right, if I keep doing what I'm doing, this is how my life is going to be. Do I still want to be that way? But if I start taking one small step, where will I be 1 year from now? Like, I love that you said last year you needed new me. This year, you don't need a new you. You're there.
I don't have to be one of the I'm the new gym goer. I don't have to new me, new year, new none of that. I'm locked in. I'm doing the things. I am who I am. I'm where I want to be. Now it's improving on the things that I can do. Setting new PRs for the year. What can I lift this year? What can I maybe make my back squat in? Can I maybe get 5 miles instead of 4 miles? Can I maybe get 200 floors? Like it's
Oh,
it's all about the what new challenge can I give myself this year as opposed to what do I have to change about myself? I don't need to change anything. I love me. I love where I've become. I love where I'm at. What new challenge can I try to give myself?
oh, I love that. You're challenging yourself. You're not changing. How can you improve on fabulous?
Absolutely.
How can you improve on fabulous? Okay, great. Well, I hope I can meet you sometime. I'm hoping I can go over to Indiana in May. Maybe we can connect in person.
Well, you let me know and I'll make you a whole mess of cookies.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, thanks again, Sean.
Absolutely, Sally. Thank you so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, well, keep it up. And above all, keep staying unstoppable. You are amazing.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode. I hope you enjoyed listening to it and learned a few things. Well, the people that we talked about today, they don't quit, and neither should you. Whether you're running marathons, rebuilding your life, or just searching for that next spark, you are more capable than you think. If this episode hits home, share it, subscribe, leave a review. Let's build this community together of relentless people who refuse to stop moving forward. And if you want to do something even bigger, support the mission. We're raising $1 million for medical research, and your support makes a difference. Check out our website at unstoppablestoriesthatmove.com. I'm Sally Head Dahlquist. Until next time, keep running, keep pushing, and never stop proving to yourself what's possible.